Velocity TV begins now.
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network live at the Limaland Motorsports Park, Lima, Ohio, where all the crazy things always seem to happen. It is Wednesday night. It is time for another round of DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hello, everybody. Phil Lacasse here, along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Leaner, Too Tall Todd Stanton, as we're here back at Limaland here tonight, getting ready to set to go for heat racing action in a 60-lap main event. But before we get there, what do you say we throw this thing trackside? Let's pay honor to this great nation, the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Back here live at Limaland Motorsports Park tonight, Full Velocity Racing Network, Dirt Warrior Racing. Wednesday night street fights about to take to this Coliseum for, it looks like, 2, possibly 3 heat races in a 60-lap main event. Todd, it's Wednesday, probably my favorite end of the week over here. These DWR Wednesday night street fights are always legit, always super great racing. It's why we call DWR the pinnacle of iRacing dirt leagues.
Yeah, definitely the pinnacle of iRacing Dirt Leagues. They put on a fantastic show each and every week here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. As we get set here, I should say SETI. Yeah, SETI. We get set for the heat racing action out there on the Speedway. First heat getting ready to load the Voiles Trucking. Starting lineup's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 21. That is Jim Revis. The dance partner outside. That's the 07, the Damn Boy Racing. Number 07 of Justin Pruitt. Inside row number 2, that is Stephen Radunes aboard the number 78. And David Blackburn aboard the number 16. He's going to roll off outside row number 2. Inside row number 3, that'll be the number 61 of Josh Peacock. He's been on fire as of late, so we'll have to see if he's going to take down another win. Sunday night's winner, Stephen Moore aboard the number 73. He's going to roll off 6th. 7th going to be the number 18. That's Eichstätt Rats Modified Tour winner here this last Sunday. That is Kyle Surratt. His dad's brother outside driving the number 13. That's Caleb Ramsey.
All right, 8 drivers. I'm so proud Todd remembered that Kyle Surratt won the UMP Modifieds on Sunday night, because I feel like that was about 3 weeks ago. It's been a little bit of a crazy week in the household, and we've been busy out here each and every night, and really glad you guys have chosen to tune in tonight here with Full Velocity TV. Great to see guys like Robbie Pruitt out there and Bruce Norwick. I see Braden Richards has checked in there, rooting on for Team Elite. Those guys out here represented pretty well. I think we have 15 or 16 cars in the pit area, and heat race number 1 about to take to it. Jim Revis, Justin Pruitt, a very good front row. Steven Radunes, David Blackburn. Keep an eye on a guy like Josh Peacock, who we already know is starting tonight's feature at the rear with last week's win. But we go iRace the guy flag, green flag up in the air. We're racing off into turn number 1 and 2. Jim Revis going to lead the way.
And Jim Revis leading the way. Radunes right now running in that 3rd spot in a 3-wide battle. Surratt down to the bottom side. Blackberg in number 16. New skin on that number 16 machine. Not used to seeing that one, the orange and white number 16 machine. That's a nice looking car out there. Kind of partial to the orange.
Yeah, me too. I think he brought that thing out for a debut on Sunday night that you missed there, Todd. Pretty nice looking piece there for David Blackburn aboard car number 16. Jim Revis going to lead the complete lap number 2. Heats tonight going to be 8 laps in distance. 8 laps in distance. They're all going to transfer on into the main event, of course, and it's Jim Revis leading them down into turn number 3 and 4. Justin Pruitt, Kyle Surratt. It's anybody's guess back there for 4th. Radunes, Blackburn, Moore, Ramsey, they're all in there. It's a lot of cars over in turn 1.
Yeah, fantastic racing. Limaland having multiple groups right now as they reset the track stay here. A little bit of contact there between Blackberg and the number 73 machine of Moore. Moore able to hold on to her and able to keep her straight there, running in that 4th spot. Meanwhile, up front, it is all Jim Revis so far, but those 7 of Justin Pruitt's look down to the bottom a couple different times, trying to get around that number 21 machine.
Yeah, we got 2 to go this time by at the line for Revis and Pruitt there in the top 2. Keep in mind, Todd, that's 73 of Stephen Moore picked up his very first win here at DWR this past Sunday night right here at Limaland Motorsports Park. So that 73 may be riding away from momentum. He rides 4th off the 4th turn as white flag goes up in the air. One more trip around this 0.25 mile mini little oval over here. Jim Revis leading over Justin Pruitt down the backstretch into 3 and 4 for the final time. Give heat race number 1 to the Evil One aboard car number 21. Jim Revis picking up the win. Justin Pruitt in for 2nd. Kyle Surratt 3rd. Stephen Moore will pick up 4th. David Blackburn finishes up 5th with Caleb Ramsey, Steve Radunes, and Josh Peacock running out an 8-car field that I guess that was a lap premature. Now the checkered flag is out of the field, so I guess I picked that one up late because I was back there running with that good battle back 5th on back. I missed where the lap count was. I was a lap too soon, but hey, the running order finished exactly the same as what I called it. Lucky me.
Yeah, there was good battling going on there between the 21 and the 07. Heat race number 2 coming to posts like this. The Voiles Trucking heat race lineup for heat race number 2. Starting on the pole, driving the number 10 machine. That is racing Jason Salter. The dance partner outside, driving the 01. That's Daniel Price. Inside row number 2 in the 3rd starting position, that's the driver of the number 8 machine, that's Austin Miners. And outside of him is the double knot machine, that's Michael Whitlock. Inside the very next row, in that number 20 machine, position number 5, that's Greg Tuberville. His dance partner outside, driving the number 1 machine, that's Alex Brewer. Shotgun on the field, the number 86 of Derek Fedkin, DFed, starting in row number 4 inside there in the 7th starting position. Man, defense got a long way to go.
Yeah, he certainly does. Not a lot of time to get there. 0.25 miles around the Limaland Motorsports Park. It's a track where I would say crazy and zany things happen. Haven't seen the guy with the mannequin head there tonight. I'm sure he's probably there somewhere. Haven't seen him running around the infield yet. Did see a guy with a horse head on a stick here a couple nights ago as well. So Limaland is a fun place to hang out where crazy things happen right here set in the middle of Ohio. Jason Salter and Daniel Price going to lead the field this time off turn number 4. iRacing, I flag, green flag goes up in the air. Racing Jason. Missed out on him, seeing him Sunday night. He wasn't here at all, but he's going to look to leave where he left off a few weeks ago. Jason Salter going to lead the field down for the first time in 3.
That Trash Panda Graphics machine onto the lead there. The number 8 of Miners right now running in second. There was a 3-wide battle there for a moment, but the 0-0 of Michael Whitlock doing a fantastic job there through the middle, and there's 3 wide right directly behind him. Alex Brewer in the middle of Price, and I believe that's number 20 of Tuberville. Tuberville working over the bottom side there. As we have fans out there saying, NASCAR's where it's at, Phil, tonight. Dirt racing, man, NASCAR's never where it's at. You will never hear me call this grassroots, because these guys out here racing, especially at the local dirt tracks, they're in their own right professionals too. And I would like to see some of these NASCAR drivers that have never raced asphalt come on out and race dirt, I should say.
I absolutely agree. We'll have an editorial about that one day, because I can speak off about that in recent news from the sim racing community this week with iRacing and the NASCAR series and stuff. But we'll talk about that at a later time. Let's keep an eye out on this one here. Jason Salter going to lead over Austin Miners over in turn number 3. We're already halfway home here. 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. Whitlock in the 00 car. He runs third. Good run out of the gate here for the 01. Daniel Price, good to see Dan running good. He's holding off a pretty heavy contender with Alex Brewer, and also DFed. They're running 5th and 6th, headed off into turn 3.
DFed doing a fantastic job trying to get back up through the field there, but man, he's had a long way to get around there. He's finally getting around Tuberville. He's out there. Neil Pope, like to have fan interactions out there as we got.
Love it.
Yeah, Neil Pope, we know you're kidding, buddy. That's why we're kidding right back. Oh, contact made! Around goes Austin Miners off the bumper of the double knot machine of Michael Whitlock. Man, as Jason Salter coming down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time, coming out the turn number 4. Picking up heat race number 2, the Trash Panda Graphics number 10, racing Jason Salter. Second going to go to Alex Brewer. Derek Fetkenauer from 6th to 3rd in that number 86 machine. Greg Tuberville, Daniel Price, Whitlock, Miners. And I believe it's going to be the rest of the field. That's the field.
Yeah, somehow the seas parted right there, and guys like Whitlock and Miners and Price that running 2 through 4, well, they got caught up there in that little spin and let Alex Brewer sneak in at position number 2. So that is already going to do it. 2 rounds of heat races tonight, going to set the stage for a 60 lap main event here at the quarter mile. It's going to go even faster than my mouth can run here tonight, Todd, as I guess that's pretty loud. People tell me I'm obnoxious all the time, but hey, what do you say? We got 15 drivers strong. It is Wednesday night. Who said Wednesday night's not all right for fighting? What do you say we go through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup?
And now your Voiles Trucking starting lineup with the Dirt Warrior Racing gang here with Wednesday Night Street Fights live from the Limaland Raceway. Starting on the pole, driving the number 21, that is Jim Revis, the evil one himself, and his dancing brothers outside, driving the number 10. That's racing Jason Salter.
In row number 2 on the inside, aboard with him, boy racing, car number 07. That is Justin Pruitt, and alongside car number 1, Alex Brewer rolls off 4th.
Rolling off inside row number 3 in the 5th starting position. Like I said, Raps Modified Tour winner. Driver the number 18. That is Kyle Surratt. His dancing brother outside driving the number 86. That's D-Fed. That's Derek Fetkenauer.
Winner here this past Sunday night, right here in the Street Stocks at Limaland, rolls off aboard car number 73. That is Stephen Moore. And alongside aboard car number 20, Turbo, Greg Tuberville.
Inside row number 5, the number 16 of David Blackbird. Outside of him will be the 01 of Daniel Price.
Caleb Ramsey rolls off 11th aboard the 13 with a 00, Michael Whitlock.
Stephen Redoons, Austin Miners, and Josh Peacock round out your field as we get ready to send these guys off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be here tonight?
All right. We'll hopefully get it better than that one later. There. You said I can't enunciate the beat. You got to let that one fly there, Todd. I know it's early. Yeah, I know. You worked all night, too, and you somehow got through that. Let's get to it here off turn number 4 to complete lap number 1. Jim Revis going to lead over Jason Salter. The good racing back here already. It's around 4th on back. Alex Brewer has grabbed 4th. Third, Justin Pruitt is under fire. Kyle Surratt, number 18. He's to the low side. 2 wide there for 4th off of 4.
Yeah, too wide for that fourth spot is now the Pruitt machine now holding on to the fourth position. Now Surratt back down to the bottom side, not going away. Battle for the lead between Revis and Salter. Salter down to the bottom side by side for the race lead.
Side by side for the lead. Salter down low in the trash pan at number 10, the Evil One. Number 21, Jim Revis on the outside lane. Looks like Jim going to lead that lap off the corner. Jason going to fight back down low. Here comes Alex Brewer in the one, looking like he was thinking to pick a lane. Thought he was going to follow Jim around the outside. He's going to stay right in line in the middle. They're still too wide for the lead down in one.
Yeah, still too wide for the lead, side by side. Great racing going on. Two admins, the head admins here. Two of the head admins, I should say, at DWR Racing. Eric Eichstead not with us here this evening, unfortunately, there in the number 12 machine. But, man, what a great battle going on for the top spot between Revis and Salter. Brewer right now has a good view of that battle running in that third spot. The David Boy Racing number 07 of Pruitt running in fourth. Fifth right now is Kyle Surratt. He's got a mirror full of the number 73 machine winner on Sunday night, and Derek Fedkenauer. Those guys all knocking on the door.
They certainly are. Stephen Moore down low. Derek Fedkenauer trying to work over up high. That's racing off for the sixth spot over in turns number 3 and 4. We're still at it door to door for the race lead. Salter versus Revis, and call Alex Brewer into that mix as well. Looks like he's got up to the right rear of the 10 car. It's a three-way dance for the race lead down at turn 3.
Three-way dance for the race lead, and man, it's going to be rather interesting to see how this is going to play out here this evening. Already lap 9, so this is going away pretty quickly here, as Salter that time by just barely led that lap, and then it's going to give it to Jim Revis. So the scoring and timing getting kind of confused here, as these guys are fighting so close to one another. They are side by side. They're not touching. Great respect between those two drivers.
And this is why I call this league right here, DWR Dirt Warrior Racing, the pinnacle of iRacing dirt leagues, because the class that these guys show racing as clean as they do, for the long stretches they do night after night, sets this league out apart from anybody else. I don't care where you are, what league you're in. These guys set the standard, especially in these street stocks, and you are seeing two of the very best going at it right now with Jason Salter and Jim Revis. Give Jason now the race league off of 4. Jim back to second. Alex Brewer's got his hands full for third, because that 07 of Justin Pruitt, he's going to look to the low side for third off of 2.
Yeah, Pruitt having another good run there, running in that fourth spot. He's trying to look for a podium finish. He wants to come up and talk to Full Velocity Racing Network. Who doesn't want to talk to Todd and Phil? And I wish we could get Jack to talk every once in a while, but who doesn't want to talk to us, Phil? They want to be on that podium finish. They want to make sure that they can include their sponsors in this and everything else. So great racing going on. A lot of guys. It's nice to see some different guys here up inside the top 3 every once in a while. But I tell you what, Salter, Revis, Brewer, those guys have been in the top 3 quite a bit over the past year or so. So those guys have been the cream of the crop here. But any given night, any one of these drivers can win at Wednesday Night Street Fights.
They certainly can. They all want to talk to Todd. I am certain they don't want to talk to me. Todd's always the favorite, and you guys will eventually see why and how that comes to fruit, because we got something to show you off here rather soon here on the network. But off into turn number 3 and 4, Jason Salter and Jim Revis continuing to duke it out for the race lead. Jason over Jim. Alex Brewer for the time being holding on to third over Justin Pruitt. Look out for deep out of the 86. He's up to 5th, but he somehow, he saved what I thought was a completely disastrous situation. Fedkenauer holds on for 5th, and man, that was a handful of steering wheel, and that stacked up the entire group back there with Surratt and Moore, Blackburn, Turnerville. Those guys all had to go for racetrack. Great save by all these guys, especially Fedkenauer. Now more contact over in 2.
Yeah, contact is happening all over the place. Just trying to look to see what's going on. Yellow flag going to come out. The first Hanover record servers. Yellow flag of the evening here at Limaland. And that's pretty darn good there, Phil. 18 laps here. Green flag racing. But I think this is going to involve Michael Whitlock aboard the number 00 machine. He's indeed going to be involved in this one. I'm not sure if he's going to be the cause. Nope. It's Austin Miners into Caleb Ramsey, and then they stack them up into the corner like cordwood, and then they get it back going there, Phil. A lot of damage to 5 different machines over there, all involved.
Yeah, including the race winner this past Sunday night, Stephen Moore, the number 73. He's going to go to the rear of the field as well, so that is a tough break there for the number 73 car of Stephen Moore, who was up running just inside, outside the top 5, running about 6th or 7th, so he's going to have to rebound. A lot of laps left to do so, and he'll get back to it. But, of course, all replays here on the network presented by BladeNode.com, and I caught that one live time as we were looking up there up for the top 5. I glanced out of my eye off of 2 and saw a couple of cars getting together. This out of the view where I was, but I did see some stuff going on. Yellow flag out there, but it's quick here at Limaland. We're going to go right back to iRacing Guy flag, green flag action on lap number 20.
Yeah, and Salter leads the charge down into turn number 1. Brewer down to the bottom there, trying to take over second from Revis. A shot from Pruitt there, allowing Brewer to slow up just a tad bit. He had to slow up because he was going to go around. Derek Fedkenauer now running in fourth, able to squeeze himself up there inside that top 5, able to get around Justin Pruitt. 4 wide off the corner, and I think that's a 61 of Josh Peacock involved in that 4 wide. I mean, from 15th to already up to about 7th. Now he's going to lose a bunch of positions as he loses a little bit of control there. Josh Peacock in that 61 machine, but 3 wide battle now for the 3rd spot. Revis the meeting between the sandwich there as he was trying to get around the 1 of Alex Brewer. Fedkenauer really digging down on the bottom side.
He certainly is. Brewer doing a good job. Fedkenauer's 86 down to the low side, and now Jim Revis, who you said had been drop kicked back to 3rd. He was a meat in the sandwich there for a minute. I wonder what kind of meat's in the sandwich tonight. I see Miss Minnie's out there in the chat rooting on for Jim Revis. So right now, Jim must feel like baloney when he got stuck in the middle. He's lost not only the lead, he's lost second. He may lose third here by the time we exit turn 2.
Yeah, he's been stuck on the bottom, too. Freight train up top. The top groove looks like where it's the place to be right now. Jim Revis kind of stuck down on the bottom. It's not even halfway home yet, so you'll probably see the bottom come back alive. But Jim Revis stuck right now. Can't get up to the top shelf of the speedway. Now drop kicked back to position number 5. Can he slide up in front of Pruitt? He's going to be able to do so. Justin Pruitt allows that to happen here because it is early on in the going. You think you would see Pruitt, though, be able to get around it, but he's going to be nice to let him back into the line. We still got 30 laps to go there, fellas. We're coming up on 30 to go, I should say. Oh. We're on lap 27 of 60, so about 3 laps of halfway.
Yeah, we're approaching halfway pretty quick. Only 1 yellow flag so far, and Jason Salter, once he's grabbed the lead, he hasn't looked back at all, but he's got guys like Alex Brewer chasing him down. How about guys like Derek Fedkenauer, Kyle Surratt running up there in the 18 car. He currently runs 3rd. Kyle won at this same racetrack a few nights ago out there in the UP Modifieds. He also was out there. He finished 2nd to Stephen Moore, so we know the 18 is good. He's going to be a player as he makes some love to the wall through 1 and 2, and that may end up losing a spot. Fedkenauer all over the back end of the 18.
Yeah, Fedkenauer definitely all over the back of the number 18 machine, but like you said, he made some love there, so that's going to allow the 21 of Revis to catch right back up to him. I tell you what's interesting right now. Jason Salter up front, he is diving it right down to the bottom, Phil, in that number 10 machine. A different type of groove for racing Jason right now. He's trying something different. Through 1 and 2, he's up top. He uses the momentum off the cushion to come back down here. And then he goes down the back straightaway here in the 3. He dives it right down to the bottom side, lets her drift all the way up to the wall, and then he comes right down that straightaway again. So a little bit different of a groove for Salter, but it seems to be working.
Oh, it's definitely working because he's held it off Alex Brewer at bay. It's 4 car lengths down the back chute into turn number 3. And putting a little gap back there to the 18 of Kyle Surratt. But yeah, look at Jason off that 4th turn all the way down low. Leave the high lane there. And, you know, look at the 1 car. He's up high. He is high as he can go there through 1 and 2. Salter more toward the middle that time. We're going to race it up for 3rd because Fedkenauer is chased down the back of Kyle Surratt. D-Fed on the move. He's looking low through 3 and 4. Yeah,
Fedkenauer looks down to the bottom here of the number 18 of Kyle Surratt. Surratt way up top there as he makes a little bit more contact to the outside wall. Going to allow Fedkenauer maybe to capitalize that mistake, but it's going to be slammed there. Is the number 18 machine able to pull back up alongside of him out of this corner? Can he hold on, though? But Surratt going to fire back on the outside, so Surratt not going away without a fight.
Oh, he's not, Kyle. And he's a gentleman guy. He's going to drive the wheels off of that number 18. He's having one hell of a run. You know who else having a really good run, Todd? Look who has run his way from the back of the field up into the top 5. The number 61 of Josh Peacock, him and Jim Revis. It's a damn good race going on for P5 right now, but Josh is starting to establish himself back to the field. It has a green flag feel to it, but that 61 car, he is hooked up here tonight. He is digging.
Oh, Tuberville around down into the infield. I don't know if that's going to bring a yellow flag, but the number 20 of Tuberville loses control down to the infield there, Phil. So hopefully he gathers it back up. Don't think we're going to see a yellow flag out of that one, but the 61 machine, like you said, Peacock now hammers on the outside wall. Revis gets back by him for the top 5. So does Pruitt. 3 wide. And Pruitt now trying to slide up in front of the 21 of Jim Revis. He does so. A little bit of contact there. Now it's 3 wide. And once again, it's Pruitt's in the middle.
Pruitt's in the middle. Give the spot to Peacock off the 4th turn as Revis got a really high at 1 and 2. He jumped the entire cushion, had 2 tires up in the air, but he makes a big move back to the low side, trying to take it not only to Peacock, he's back low under Pruitt. Jim Revis driving the wheels off that Evil 1 graphics number 21 at this junction.
Yeah, as we go on board with the driver of the number 07 machine, Justin Pruitt. The Monstar Productions on-board camera here as he's fighting it out, duking it out with Peacock and Revis. Just showing you the groove around here, what he's doing, seesawing on that steering wheel, right up to the top shelf of the speedway. You can hear the momentum, you can hear the motors, the song, I call it, the beautiful song there as he's running about right around 5,800 RPMs down the straightaway, almost 6,000 RPMs going into the corner.
All right, well, you want to see some good racing action. Now, as I say that, let's stack up a 3 and 4 with a car around yellow coming on the speedway. And I found a lot of race cars over there racing hard with Austin Miners and David Blackberg, and so Daniel Price over there. I think it was Greg Turville, Mike Whitlock, I think, was also over there involved in a yellow flag coming out on the speedway on lap number 42, our second head of a record service yellow flag of the night. And I believe turned around over there. I think it may have been the 78, but I could indeed be wrong, but they were all juking and driving over there. There was about a good 4-way battle going off into turn 3. They didn't come out of it there far wide.
Unfortunately, it started with contact between Blackberg and Austin Miners in that number 8 machine. Blackberg drives up the track and makes a little bit of contact there to the left rear. As it could be driving up, and they kind of met in the middle. 78 Radunes hard onto the binders and loops himself around, but as he's sitting there, the 00 machine of Michael Whitlock has no place to go, doesn't realize that it's happening through the dust, smoke. He hammers on the Radunes machine, the 78 machine. So those guys get back going, but a little bit of damage to the 78 and the 00 respectively.
All right, it's tough break there for Radunes and Whitlock as they get damage in that one as well. Second yellow flag of the night brought to you by Hanover Record Service. Replays here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, as always, brought to you by BladeNode.com. We're going to go back to Green Flag Racing. We'll say presented by iRacing. iFlag, Jason Salter leading him off the corner. Kyle Surratt with a big move over there.
Yeah, Kyle Surratt, a handful of steering wheel drops all the way back through the field, unfortunately, for that number 18 machine. As they restarted right around, I believe that was the 4th position there, and Surratt just lost it there in the middle. Meanwhile, up front is between Racing Jason and Alex Brewer. Brewer up top. Salter down to the bottom side-by-side battle for the top spot. As Brewer going to wrestle that top spot away from Salter there as they cross that start-finish line.
He did. He may carry it this time off of turn number 2. Give Alex Brewer the race lead for the first time in turns number 3 and 4. Jason going to fight back low. He's had that low side digging through 3 and 4, but not this time. Brewer's going to lead. Here comes Derek Feckenhauer. He's alongside Salter. It's a drag race for second in the backstretch.
Yeah, Feckenhauer going to seal the deal there as he enters the turn here into position number 2, sets his sights on Alex Brewer. Brewer has 11 to go here at the stripe with that number 1 machine. Then you got Feckenhauer, Salter now up to the top shelf. The 61 of Peacock right now running in that 4th spot. 5th is still Justin Pruitt with a great run. 6th right now, a nice battle between the 73 machine of Stephen Moore and Jim Revis.
Got Jim Revis back there running in position. We've got number 5, 3 and 4 back there. 5 and 6, I should say. Him and says Stephen Moore, the number 73, having a good battle up ahead. I was looking at Josh Peacock's car. Him and Justin Pruitt, they're starting to have a little bit spirited race of their own. That's up there running for 4th. And right now up front, Alex Brewer and Derek Feckenhauer. They have pulled away from that number 10 of Jason Salter. Good battle there, raging on for 4th between Peacock and Pruitt. That's over in turn 3.
We're looking at Peacock and Pruitt's battle here live on the screen. Just watching those guys go tooth and nail for the 4th position. Meanwhile, up front, battle for the lead. Starting to brew. It's Feckenhauer down to the bottom there. Trying to make the bottom work, the middle to the bottom, I should say, for that number 86 machine. As Brewer still sticking to his guns up top there. Able to stay to the throttle. 7 laps remaining here around Limaland. As the 86 trying to do everything he can. He has that kitchen sink to throw at him too there, Phil. We'll see if he's going to use it.
All right, so let me throw this question out to you. As a guy who's been out there at Limaland in these very street stocks and coming off this same surface a couple of nights ago in a Pro Late model, is there any conventional way right now that low side may come back in? Because Limaland, this tight quarters, little quarter mile, always seems like the high lane always be the prevailing line. Are we going to see the bottom lane come back in for Derek Feckenhauer to make a run? As I guess we'll put a period on that. Stack them back up because our 3rd yellow flag of the night Yellow, yellow, yellow on lap number 56 here in the closing laps. Going to gather them back together. And I think this one may have caught up the likes of number 16 of David Blackburn, who may involved over there. BladeNote.com, full velocity is the replay. We'll show that off.
Yeah, just trying to figure out where this actually happened. And like I said, oh my word. Wow! What a hit as he impales himself almost in the wall. But the 16 of Blackburn hits the wall, rides the wall all the way through. There's that little opening off of turn number 4.
Ow!
Bam! For the 16 of Blackburn. That's a good way to get on TV. I'm going to tell you right now as we're going to look here. It's a little bit closer. Yeah, he just runs straight into the wall hard. There's TV time for David Blackburn. Not the TV time he probably wanted, but man, hard into that wall.
I'm going to tell you what, I've hit that wall before at the Grove. It's not pretty, but off of turn number 4, let's go iRacing guy flag, green flag back in the air for the green-white checker to settle it. Alex Brewer, Derek Fittenauer, Jason Salter, that's your top 3, 3 wide off of 2.
Yeah, down into turn number 3, it's Alex Brewer. Then you got, like you said, Fittenauer, Salter way down to the bottom, white flag in the air. Can Alex Brewer hold on for one more circuit around Limaland? We're going to find out here as we're already through 1 and off of turn number 2, down the back straight away for the final time. Into turn number 3, Fittenauer slides it down in deep, slide job up into Brewer there. Brewer crosses the back over drag race. It's going to be...
Oh my goodness.
Oh my word, at the line.
Brewer.
We're going to see what they're going to say. It says Alex Brewer, 0.034. Closest finish to date here, Phil. Closest finish that I've seen. Alex Brewer taking down the victory. Let's re-show that real quick.
Yes.
Here's in an instant replay, just at the line here as they're coming down through. And I mean, Fittenauer threw everything he could at him here. A nice slider there. He was able to bring it back together. But as we pause this here, just barely at the line, we're going to see what different cameras that we have here. And we're looking at the far chase view here. Just a fantastic finish there as the instant replay goes away there. But fantastic finish, like I said, Alex Brewer, 0.034. Josh Peacock right there too, 0.196. That's how close those guys were going to that start-finish line. What a finish.
And who would have thought Josh Peacock was going to contend for a win coming to the white flag? He was running 5th coming to 1 to go. He finishes up 3rd over Jason Salter. Stephen Moore grabs 5th. Justin Pruitt, Austin Miners, Jim Revis, Caleb Ramsey, Daniel Price, your top 10. 11th goes to Steven Radunes. David Blackburn finished 12th. Kyle Surratt, 13th. Michael Whitlock, 14th, and Greg Tuberville rounds out our field this week in DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights of Limaland. We will talk to our top 3, including the big winner tonight, Alex Brewer, coming up next live on the Full Velocity Post Race Show, presented by BladeNote.com. Over in Discord, we'll be right back in probably about 45 seconds from now.
Yeah, I want to add one quick thing there, Phil. If you don't like that finish, you don't like dirt track racing. I'm going to tell you right now.
Hell no. How about that for a speedy transition right there? Back live on the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show presented by BladeNote.com, where tonight's big winner here at Limaland goes to Alex Brewer. Derek Fittenauer finishes up 2nd, and the guy who finished up tonight in the 3rd spot aboard that number 61 of Josh Peacock. Josh, from the back and almost all the way back to the front, you somehow stole 3rd there in the last lap, and realistically through 3 and 4, you almost had a bid for the race win right there. Tell us about those last couple of laps. That were pretty damn exciting.
Oh yeah, man, that was a hell of a finish. I seen Derek full send the slider, and didn't quite know how that was going to turn out, and I was trying to find the hole, but everybody stayed straight and kept it together. That's a pretty good race.
All right, so I was looking at the restart coming back there with 2 to go, and I looked and I located you somewhere around 4th or 5th. Didn't think I was going to see you coming up there that quick, contending for a win. You came from 15th all the way to third, man. Tell us about the ride you had through the field. 3 yellow flags at Limaland in 60 laps. That's a lot of work good done by you guys here tonight. You had to come through a lot of traffic and a lot of racetrack. Tell us about the run you had.
Yeah, I had a good car, but most of it was just luck. I kept my nose clean and there wasn't caution situations, but there's a couple cars get together and slow the pace down for a little bit for a minute and let me sneak by.
Well, it's pretty rare, Josh. I get to do this week here on the post-race show with a third-place finish, but I got to imagine after the run you had here tonight from 15th to 3rd on a tight little racetrack like this one's going to feel good, bud. I'll give you the mic one more time. You think you know how this bit works? Take the floor away and thank you. I'd like to thank out there.
Yeah, first off, I thank Jim, Jason, and Eric at DWR for putting this deal on. I thank all my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports. I'd like to thank you guys for the broadcast, and I'd like to thank all my friends and family at Sport Marine Racing.
This guy right here, he's bulletproof from Bulletproof Motorsports, and he is a fast shoot for sure. Driver of car number 61, Josh Peacock. I'm pretty sure a guy we're going to see in victory lane here once again really soon. To let him get back to it, we'll walk down here a little bit further and talk to a guy. It feels like it's been a little bit since we've talked to the driver of car number 86 of Derek Fetkenhauer. Derek, a terrific run for you, and God, probably maybe about 8 inches short there at the line. Tell us about that slider for the last corner. That was absolutely awesome to watch.
Well, I knew I was going to throw it, but when I did, I didn't get low enough going into the corner, so kind of almost stacked up the whole field. I wish I kind of didn't do it, but I mean, it did work / it didn't.
Floyd, you say, I wish I would have got lower. How do you calculate something like that? It's a quarter mile. It's tight. It's fast. How can you know from where your mark is from even missing it by a couple inches of knowing that was probably where you needed to be to win the race versus coming up as short as?
I mean, you really don't know when to throw it because you don't really know how fast that top is compared to the bottom. But after reviewing it, I knew I messed up when I did do it.
I'm just floored that a guy like yourself can do that kind of intel there in a couple of seconds back watching it. It's why I admire what you guys do. A guy like yourself who always comes through these fields as clean as a whistle, as these guys over here at DWR always are. Derek, that's why I call this league the pinnacle of iRacing. Derek, you're a frequent flyer over here on the post-race show. I'm going to give you the floor one more time. Full Velocity tonight live on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. I know you have a lot of people to thank there for your great run this evening.
Yeah, of course. Congrats to Alex for getting the win. Thanks for the person, I ain't going to mention the name, that helped me with the setup before the race. My team over at Bulletproof Motorsports, DWR, that puts us on every Sunday and Wednesday. And, of course, you guys at Full Velocity for broadcasting this.
It is fun, man. This is the league I love coming to do the most. It's for class acts right here. The Bulletproof team tonight, 2nd and 3rd between Carver 86, Derek Fetkenhauer, and also teammate Josh Peacock there also on the podium. A great job by then, and also a great job tonight where, once again, it seems like it's been a little while since we've talked to this guy in Victory Lane. Todd, it's Alex Brewer, this week's big winner of Street Fights.
Yeah, down here in Victory Lane, and I've lost Alex Brewer. I think I got him finally back there. Microphone is
gone.
He left again, so we're gonna hold on just a second here, as he's trying to finish up talking here. So we'll hold on.
Take one more shot at it there. No, I guess he's unavailable tonight, Todd. I guess. I don't think he's going to come talk.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Alex Brewer. Not available there. I don't know if his buttons are messing up. It keeps moving them right out of our live stream here. But Alex Brewer taking down the victory here tonight in a fantastic fashion by .034 here. And you know, when we get towards the end of the year, we're going to put up nominations for the best race of the year on Full Velocity Racing Network. I do believe this will be one of them in the running here, in the top 5 at least. It was a fantastic show here, Limaland and DWR. These guys put on a fantastic show each and every week here, whether it's Wednesday night, whether it's Sunday night, or I mean, it's just so good. It's the pinnacle of dirt racing leagues, like you said. DWR, these guys do a fantastic job. We're glad to be a part of it here, and And man, I can't get over how close that race was, Phil. If you like I said, if you don't like dirt track racing, I mean, if you don't like finish like this, you don't like dirt track racing. I don't know what more to say. Slide jobs, just barely hitting the wall. I mean, close finishes, drag races, short track racing here, Limaland. Sort of what we're used to here up in New York State. These short tracks like this, Phil.
Absolutely right, Todd. And if I said, if you don't like, great racing like this, you don't have a pulse. You have no business liking this sport because it does not get much better than that right there. And that is why we love doing what we do here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank our great sponsors here, of course. Got to thank them all night. The site's been so quick. Got to thank, of course, Hannibal Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Avoyles Trucking, BladeNo.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Jet, our buddy Brendan over there on YouTube. For Jack Truan, Ron Piles, Martin Karch, and everybody here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, on behalf of my partner in crime, my best friend of the world, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, Phil LeCasse going to sign off here. Congratulations once again to Alex Brewer. We'll see you back here live tomorrow night, the final round of the round of 8 over at Cyber Thunder Racing League. We'll be at the ISM Raceway tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll see you back here live on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network. Good night, everybody.
Good night.